Hello everybody, this is Charlie from VirtualPBX. Today we are going over our ACD Queues guide. There are 5 sections within this guide that we will be covering in full today. We will be going over adding agents, adding a queue, managing queue status in the dashboard, feature codes, advanced ACD queues, and if you'd like to skip ahead at any time, I'll be placing the timestamps of each section in the description below. Now let's get started. Adding agents. For this section, we are going to head over to the Users tab in the left-hand menu options. Before we begin, it's important to note that only administrators can create, delete, and edit queues and users, but both users and administrators can be agents in a queue. Before creating a queue, ensure all users have been added to your system. For help, you can follow our Adding Users guide, which I'll also link in the description of this video. After the user is created, add a device to your user. The device must be a VoIP device, web phone, or soft phone app. When you're done selecting your devices, click Save Changes. Adding a queue. Once your users have been set up, go to the upper right-hand corner and hover over the drop-down menu to select Queues. This will open up the ACD Queues screen. Click on Add New Queue in the upper right corner of the screen. In order to create a new queue, you'll want to give that queue a name. So let's call this queue New Queue. And you can select a number. So we give you 3 options. You can select a spare number, buy a new number, or assign a new extension. So let's look at spare numbers. Here you can see all of your spare numbers and select one. Alternatively, you can buy a new number. Here you can type in and search by area code. Or you can assign a new extension. To make sure that you're not using a current extension number on your account, when opting for an extension number, you'll be given the following search screen to see what's available. Once you have chosen your extension number, click Select Extension. So let's do 555. Next. Now you'll need to set the initial configuration of the queue. These options are not set in stone and can be changed after the queue is created. Here there are 4 options for queue routing strategies. So starting with round robin, this distributes calls around as if your users are in a circle. If someone logs in, they are slotted into the circle at a random position. Next is least calls. This offers calls to the agent with the least answered calls. If that number is equal to another agent, round robin behavior initiates calls between those agents. Next is least offers. Basically, this one adds an agent's answered calls plus missed calls and chooses the agent with the smallest number. If one or more agents' answered calls plus missed calls have the same number, round robin behavior initiates between those users. Next is most idle. This rings to whomever has not answered a call in the longest amount of time. Please note that if an agent logs in, they will become first in line. Marking an agent away will maintain their position for their return. Or you can select Ring All, which basically will just ring to any agent anytime. Next, you can also select a hold treatment. So here are a few options. For now, let's just select default music. And then if you're fine with the rest of the options here, you can select Next Agent Settings. The last step is to establish agent behavior in the queue. If you're satisfied with the settings, click Create Queue, and you'll see that your queue was successfully created. Now that the queue is created, the next step is to add agents to the queue. So you'll want to scroll down to the queue you just created, click New Queue. Then you'll want to add agents to the queue. So let's add Casey and Jennifer to this queue. Then click Save Changes. Now your agents will be able to use their login email and password to access the queue interface. Also log in and out of the queues and mark themselves ready and away as needed. And that's all. Managing queue status in the dashboard. So first you'll want to start by clicking on the hamburger menu in the top right corner, then click on ACD Queues. Now you'll want to begin the session. So the first thing that you want to do at the beginning of every session is click the device that you'll be using for the day. So it's currently set as select all as a default, but let's say I'm working remotely and I want to take calls on my soft phone for the day. Now I'm currently marked as away, but I want to set the new status as mark all as ready to let everyone know that I'm ready to start taking calls. Feature codes. The fastest way for agents to change their status in the queue is by using one of 4 feature codes. Agents can use feature codes to log in, they can set themselves as ready, they can set themselves as away, and log out of the queue. To log into the queue, all they have to do is press star 20. In order to become ready in the queue, all they have to do is press star 21. Agents can press star 22 to set themselves away in the queue. And to log out of the queue, all they have to simply do is press star 23. And keep in mind, in order for agents to use feature codes, they must have a registered VoIP phone. Advanced ACD Queues. Are you interested in advanced ACD queue features like eavesdrop, whisper, and barge, or perhaps robust reporting for queue activity and agent performance? Our ACD Queues Pro feature is available for those that require the best of the best in queue management. If you'd like to learn more about our ACD Queues Pro feature, you can give our sales team a call at 888-825-0800, option 1. Or you can email sales@virtualpbx.com. Or you can even send us a message using our 24/7 live chat. I'll include the information to contact us in the description. We've been experimenting with ACD queue options for over 20 years, so we're confident we have ACD queue features that will fit your needs.